people have heard of Napoleon Hill's best-selling book, Think and Grow Rich, which has sold more than 100 million copies, and over 70 years later, it's still a worldwide bestseller. No other success book published over the last 100 years has even come close to having the kind of impact that it has to transform your business, your career, or your life. Napoleon Hill was introduced to and carefully studied hundreds of the most successful and richest people in the world, people who built civilization as we know it. People such as Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and countless others. All of that expertise was invested into the success philosophy and systems that Dr. Hill took a lifetime to assemble. But what most people don't know is that during the last 3 years of Napoleon Hill's life, he realized that there was something missing. Something really big was actually missing from Think and Grow Rich, and in fact from all of his other books and programs. But before we share with you what that big thing is that was missing from his success philosophy and systems, we need to tell you about how Mark Harris discovered the last protege of Dr. Napoleon Hill and found out about this most amazing secret to success. You see, when Dr. Hill learned that one of the most important things about success that he had ever learned was accidentally and carelessly omitted by him from his body of work, he started a new, under-the-radar, kind of somewhat secret project to take his success philosophies to the next level and to once again make a huge impact on people's lives. In this project, Dr. Hill started to orchestrate a special mentoring process with a man who went on to become a hugely successful business leader. This man went on to become Dr. Hill's protege and to successfully grow and develop a sales force of 300,000 plus people in the United States alone, and millions more worldwide, working with some of the best, from billionaires and their teams, and even becoming the attitude coach for many of the Apollo astronauts. But tragically, Napoleon Hill passed away and died just prior to taking this new advanced program to the world. And the man who was the last protege of Dr. Napoleon Hill became Mark Harris's partner, and that man is Ben Gay III. And Mark is really excited about introducing Ben to you. You see, after Dr. Hill passed, using what Ben learned by being mentored by him one-on-one, he both created his own companies and worked behind the scenes in many other enterprises to craft huge successes one after another. And just one of his books alone has sold well over 10 million copies. This is when Mark and Ben met through a friend, and they discovered their mutual admiration, respect, and connection with Dr. Hill. At the age of 14, Mark became a serious student of Dr. Hill and his teachings. Mark learned them through the School of Hard Knocks as he battle-tested through action, experience, and even failure, all of Dr. Hill's principles. Mark went on to become an inventor, being awarded patents in 25 countries, and has created some of the most successful mastermind groups on earth. Inc. magazine even named Mark's mastermind event as a top 5 must-attend business growth conference, which he learned by studying and implementing what Dr. Hill taught. In Mark's work with thousands of entrepreneurs, professionals, small business owners, and even Fortune 500 clients, Mark has utilized Dr. Hill's approach in hundreds of industries and in countless business case situations. In fact, over 10 years ago, this led to Mark being invited to speak at a special event as one of the top 25 business and marketing minds in the world, with other luminaries like Stephen Covey, Seth Godin, Brian Tracy, and many others. Mark's talk just happened to be about Napoleon Hill's scientific study of success and how Mark discovered what he thought was the biggest secret of all about Dr. Hill's work, and how this secret was essential to true success. Over 100 people immediately ran up to learn more about this special secret. As Mark started to work with Ben, he couldn't believe how powerful it was to internalize from Ben some of the most advanced approaches he learned by being directly mentored by Dr. Hill himself. The two of them hit it off in a big way, and an exciting partnership came about that is destined to help millions of entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals of any kind achieve the success they want more quickly and with more certainty. Some of the things Ben learned through direct mentoring, Mark had to learn through study and taking action. The problem was that this trial and error approach created years and years of struggle, and sometimes even decades of proverbial blood, sweat, and tears. With Ben directly, Mark could have saved decades of headaches and challenges. And more importantly, Ben helped Mark discover things that he didn't learn and probably couldn't learn even after decades of studying Dr. Hill's works. Some things just can't be learned by reading a book. You're not going to become a brain surgeon reading a book. For that matter, you're not even going to learn how to ride a bicycle by reading a book. With the business of life and the challenge of creating lasting success in every area of your life becoming more and more difficult, real success is not going to be achieved only by reading a book. And as they had both learned the golden rule from Dr. Hill, Mark and Ben's next step was inevitable. And he approached Ben and told him that one of the most powerful things that they could do would be to share with the people of the world who are diligently seeking success what they had learned. How Mark learned through the trial and error method of using Dr. Hill's work, and what Ben learned from being directly mentored by Dr. Hill himself. There's so much more to tell. And yes, Mark and Ben are hosting a special exclusive event to share the rest of this amazing story with you and how it can help you to take whatever you're working on to the next level. Dr. Hill taught Ben how most people think they've got his success theories right, but in practice, they don't. It's kind of like what Albert Einstein said, quote, "In theory, theory and practice are the same, but in practice, they are not," end quote. So if you've ever read or wanted to read any of Napoleon Hill's works, then you'll want to join us to discover with us the massive difference between Napoleon Hill's theory and the right way to practice them. So if you ever wanted to ask any question about Napoleon Hill, or specifically how to implement any of his success philosophies, we've arranged for Mark and Ben to answer your questions on this live event. Just be sure to fill in your contact details and any question you have about achieving great success in your business, your career, or your life, and we look forward to answering them on this special session. On behalf of Mark and Ben, we look forward to seeing you there.
I really hope you enjoyed that video. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and also make sure you turn on the notifications bell. And if you do, we got some special goodies for you that we only give to subscribers. So make sure you do it now, and we'll see you on the next video.